Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Every Click. Today we're covering JDAMs, the basics. Here we go. Welcome back. We're getting right into it as always. We're in the F18. We've got the stores page on the left. And we're going to select air to ground mode and then select our JDAMs. And we're going to select all of our JDAMs to TOO mode using the mode button. TOO stands for Target of Opportunity. TOO is the easiest mode to use in the F18. We use the step button to switch between our JDAMs, between our stations. Once all 4 bombs modes are set, I'm going to give them a fuse. You only have to select the fuse once. We're going to go with an instant fuse. I'm then going to select the JDAM display. And we're going to select the quantity button and select station 2 and station 8. And we're going to hit the return button to go back to the JDAM display page. And you can see we are now showing a quantity of 2 bombs to be released in our first mission. Then going to select the mission page, and we now have 2 missions to select from in the top of the screen, TOO1 and TOO2. But you can see we do not have targets selected for those missions yet. I'm going to select TOO2, and then I'm going to press step in order to step our selection back to station 2 on the far left wing. And now I will no longer press the TOO buttons. I will only use step to transfer between bombs. Now we're going to give each mission a target. We're going to select Waypoint 3 as the first target of station 2 on mission TOO1. We're going to move our waypoint selection to 3, select the waypoint, and then waypoint designate. And now we have 1 bomb with a target. Targeting display showed up on the HSI on the bottom screen. And on the left DDI, you can see the coordinates of the target have been displayed. We're going to use the step key to move to TOO2. And we're going to select waypoint 3 as that target as well. Now you can see both missions have the same target of waypoint 3. If I use the step key, we can move between each mission and they have the same target. In order to give the second bomb a different target, I'm going to make sure I'm selected on TOO2 again using the step key. I'm going to select waypoint 4 as our waypoint and then designate waypoint 4 as the target for that bomb. Now if I use the step key to move between missions, you can see that they are both showing different coordinates. Now I know that was a ton of information all at once, guys. As always, if you have to rewind or pause the video, it's for your benefit. Please do so. We now have new symbology on our HUD. We are in manual release mode. We have the JDAM selected in TOO mode, and we have a timer counting down when we will be in range. When dropping JDAMs, speed and altitude are your friend, so I'm going to climb and go full throttle in order to maximize the effectiveness of our weapon. We can see the HSI more clearly now. It is showing our launch acceptable region, or LAR. We have the inner circle showing the minimum range. We have the outer circle showing the maximum range. And then we have the triangle-shaped area that is the zone we want to be flying in when we release. Once we're in that zone, we will get an in-zone cue, and we will hold weapon release with master arm on, and the bombs will drop. And pickle. Now, as you saw from the HUD, we were over 13 miles from the target when we dropped these bombs, so I'm going to cut ahead to when they land. And as you can see, 2 direct hits on those first 2 aircraft that we were aiming for. That's where waypoint 3 and waypoint 4 were placed exactly. Now I'm going to pull the jet around for a second attack. We have 2 more bombs to show. And this time we're going to show a far more likely scenario, which is using a targeting pod to give your JDAMs a target. We're going to make sure our FLIR is turned on, which it is. And then I'm going to bring up the FLIR through the tech page on the right DDI. To give us a frame of reference for the targeting pod, I'm going to select waypoint 4 as the target once again, and the targeting pod will automatically slew to it. It's just an easy way to get your camera on target there. And then we're going to find the last remaining aircraft that is parked on the ramp. I'm going to sensor control switch to the right to select the FLIR. I'm going to sensor control switch right again to select scene mode because that is my preferred method of target acquisition. And then I'm going to RAID/FOV select switch to zoom in so we can see what we're looking at here. And using my slew controls, I'm going to slew the camera around until I find the last aircraft parked on the ramp there. And then we're going to depress the TDC controller to select it as a target. Now I'm going to show you a few different visual settings. If you're having trouble seeing targets through the pod, I'm going to move to IR mode. That helps me quite a bit when quickly acquiring new targets. And then you can also mess with the contrast and brightness of the display to make things easier to see as well. There is still one more target on the airfield, and we're going to find it. One more jet trying to take off. I don't think so, buddy. I'm going to step to the next JDAM, and I'm going to TDC depress once again to select Station 3's target as the second aircraft. Now, as you can see, these two aircraft are quite far apart. They're over 500 meters apart in the target area. However, as long as we fly our aircraft within the LAR of both bombs, the bombs will glide on target. As you can see, I'm going to use the step button once again to step between JDAMs and line up our approach so that the aircraft will be within both zones. You can drop bombs on as many targets as you'd like, as you can carry using this method in a more advanced version that we'll cover in later videos. Now once again, speed and altitude, so I'm going full throttle. 25,000 is good, and we are in the zone. And pickle. Now again, when you're pickling, guys, make sure to hold down weapon release. You have to hold it for a second or two, and you want your wings to be level. Watching the bombs in flight, we see one bomb going high, that's good, and the other bomb going low, that's excellent. Now, unfortunately, guys, that last target despawned right before the bomb struck, but you can see it would have been a direct hit, and the last target as well, a direct hit. And that's it, guys. That's how you drop JDAMs, the very basics. You can do this with any size JDAM. You can do this with as many JDAMs as you can carry. And we'll cover in a later, more advanced tutorial how to drop up to 8 JDAMs all at once. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.